That seems to be difficult. Jessica, and during her first trip, she managed to break legs and scream and cause a great number of other issues for Josh. I covered all of Jessica's first trip in my previous video where Josh came over JFS as a girlfriend. Though the timing of the video was a little bit off because just weeks later she met Josh for a second visit, and that is not where I want to start the story, because Jessica filmed some crazy stuff. After leaving Casper and returning home to her parents' house, Jessica would carry on with the screaming when she had tried to kick someone at Josh's apartment. Her content consists of her doing reading screams or sitting in the bathroom just to sleep with a child. Every time without fail, she was rattling the doors of her arms. She'd sleep on the first listening to the drums of the property. Because Jessica's biggest meltdown was the result of a fight between her and her parents. Let me preface this real quick. Both of Jessica's parents are extremely old. One night, as usual, Jessica was raging at the trolls on screen from her bathroom. Jessica had been drinking, and when her parents came to tell her that she had been in there for hours, she resisted their attempts to get her to leave. I'm really underselling it because she goes absolutely primal. This is by far the craziest I've seen her today. Towards the end, this gets pretty heated. Jessica's dad starts screaming as well, so I'm just gonna shut up. You guys witness the bathroom meltdown. I've never seen a rage like this on Cat, on Josh. No, this is completely unprecedented. If I'm being honest, I thought something like this would have happened to Josh on stream. If you have seen my previous video over the subject, you know that I basically thought that this trip was going to end in violence or police visits, and while the police were calls that seemed to have either been concerned neighbors or close patrollers, Jessica's parents seem beyond done with her living at their house. She has claimed in the past that she is there simply to take care of them, but that is far from the case. Jessica has no job and hasn't had one as long as we've known her in the co-workers. She was running the water for a long time. She doesn't pay any of the bills. Her dad simply told her to stop. In classic Jessica fashion, she blew out her fortunes. Your father is calling you a sleep next Thursday, right to your face, with all of the breath he has left in his elderly body. You might have actually done so, but no matter what, Jessica will find an excuse to paint herself as a victim. These bathroom streams that Jessica does are not uncommon. She claims that it is her safe space, and why she spends so much time is beyond me. Personally, I think it is an excuse to flirt with men that she sees in the chat, to either be Josh jealous or on to the next girl. These bathroom streams are often accompanied by a large amount of drinking, and during a pina colada stream, Jessica had one too many in what looked like a sleep. Jessica slowly moved and fell asleep, leaning over ever so gradually into the room. It was like 5 minutes and she had almost reached the surface. Josh was watching the stream and concerned, so he began to call Jessica. It is speculated but not confirmed that Josh called the police to almost check the gun on Jessica.
Do you guys have the evidence to even know what's going on? It's just
Done on Jessica. Being awakened by her father, who told her the police were there asking. Imagine you just trying to take a shit and your daughter's drunk, passed out in the back. Police are knocking at the door. That's how you know you the Rockefellers and Kennedy dealt with this really. And I digress. The Josh video, not a Jessica. And just because his queen is getting drunk and passing out in the bathtub states over, doesn't mean the king is going to set idle. In fact, he seemed almost happy that Jessica had left. During the first visit, Josh had done next to no screaming while she was there. He understood that if he screamed while she was present, it would only lead to cops being called and DoorDash orders being fulfilled. So as soon as she left, he was back to content creation. He would make gourmet hot dogs, get in fights with fellow people around the internet, and flex on all the trolls who told him he would never get a girlfriend. This business would come crumbling down just for I want to make it very clear.
Hello there, my name is John McCarthy, and let me be the first to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. We are just about to kick off this 3-hole matchup playing stroke play today. Have a good round.
I really should have known that. All Josh spends his money on is next team.
Not sure where this one's going to end up.
I highly doubt that Josh wanted Jessica back.
Okay, let's see what you got here.
I certainly know that he would come to regret this visit happening. As the second time Jessica came was an absolute whirlwind of meltdowns, drama, and mental destruction. As it usually is, the beginning was generally peaceful. The technicals that we would see rarely from Jessica, showing a very intoxicated Josh, which will become
and let's see how this hole goes
throughout
down for him.
It seems like whenever she's around, he's always just a little bit more hammered than usual.
Guess right with the same shirt. How does it personally affect them? Doesn't he think it's gross we don't have to watch Renfrew together? That's what I still laugh about it.
Exactly, Josh. The first screen from Jessica's second visit would go off generally without a hitch, with her getting over 1,000
yards out
on her channel and
that green slopes away from us a little bit. Gotta be careful we don't go too far.
But this cat is starting to really favor Jessica. They have spent enough time watching her screens to know exactly why she was there, and will often.
This one's heading for the rough. A little wayward on that approach. All right, here he comes out of the deep rough. Let's see how he deals with it.
About how he's been stashing money around the house so Jessica doesn't steal it when she gets there. Seeing these comments, she decides to question Josh on this hidden money. And though Josh thinks it's a joke, she is dead serious.
Did she say if she found the money that he did? What?
This treasure really is like
Treasure where?
treasure.
Where's already paid for a kilo mail? Did you? No, I'll have to check when I get the internet. No, Josh, you tired? You want to go to bed?
Yeah, alright. Good money. Yeah, the tactical side.
All right, drop this on in and save your par. This one should start off pretty straight and then turn to the left. Oh, almost.
Like, I would kiss them. Just hold on, people.
He's got 15 feet to the cup. I think this one's going left to right.
Are you friends with this person? So you guys used to be friends and now you've got like a problem with you?
Well, I never watched it.
Here we go. bogey putt.
Or did want to be, just hanging out. Like, you know, he's really cool. You know, hanging out in front of the
He's got 3 feet to go.
And
What happened?
And there we go. He's setting up for a birdie here.
Josh seems even more intoxicated in this stream than the previous one.
All right, that putt will go. Okay, sitting at 1 over par.
He told people to stop. I truly believe that that was the first time in the Kogelverse, with Josh saying that he had received so much alcohol that he would be set for an entire month. It is terrifying to think of how much alcohol that actually is, and how short of a time it will take him to consume.
They've gone with the 6-iron on this one.
Days with Jessica were paradise.
All right, let's see how he does on this hole.
Things were awesome. That is until the next stream that I witnessed. The cracks would begin to show. Josh would be trying to film a video with his phone, and it would be getting blown up with text messages from his trolls or fans. This made Josh angry, and when Jessica told him to calm down, he told her to mind her
Here's a
business.
6-iron from them.
Jessica to snap.
Might be a little bit long. Let's see what happens. Well, this should be fun. Let's see what happens here.
I know what the fucking alright, don't fucking tell me shit. But like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, take it in. I appreciate everything that I get. Every second one, I have control on my hands and put into the nose.
Well, that's too bad. I'm pretty sure you weren't planning on that. It's okay.
You for the wedding photos. Out for the dance.
Yeah.
You know, like the dance. It's like first.
Oh, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, I'm dancing. Okay.
Oh, okay, second shot for him on this one.
Jessica would unload 9 minutes later in Cobra's bathroom, where she would continue her previously off-stream argument with Josh and go on unhinged rants about almost anything.
Hungry myself. I'm not touching his food. You people are there first. You before his ever knew. I'm not touching his food. So then all of me is going me.
Ratus.
You can touch his oven.
Hey, get back up
You
here.
fix the leak. Do I look like a man that gets paid $500 an hour to do this kind of shit?
Okay, 11 feet out. Let's see what he does.
You
And I think this one's breaking to the left.
Okay, right. And I'm gonna be the plumber. I'm gonna be the chef. I'm gonna be the architecture.
And this next putt's for his par.
Alright.
One of the funniest things about watching Jessica contest me is seeing the moment that happens. The moment where her brain chemicals shift from happy or at least mellow to absolute anger and sorrow. You can see it all happen in real time. All it takes is one comment that Jessica sees as disrespectful to initiate a fight that lasts for hours. And Josh, who speculates to have opposition
And this
defiance,
one for the par.
hates when people tell him what to do. This doesn't work for Jessica, as she wants complete control over Josh in every aspect of his life, while planning to do the exact opposite. She is extremely manipulative, and
Well, that hole's behind us. Let's move on.
she wanted this to turn into a cardiac situation.
And you're 1 over
Frankly, I
par
think so
currently.
did her dad.
You didn't understand.
Jessica is trying literally anything she can to move in with Josh. She has tried numerous times to silence his child. I mean, that woman takes prenatals like they're candy. And you know what? It just hit me. Where are all of the vitamins this trip? Last go around, Jessica had a million bottles of different vitamins in it. Many linked
like this
to
one's in the
increased
fairway.
fertility. Josh, especially Clint, had better thank the sun and moon.
And you are
that she
only
is no
2
longer
strokes
capable
behind the
of
leader at
staring
this point.
Jesus.
Final hole. Let's see what you got.
This is no longer an option. She wants to appear as the best housewife champagne. She attempted to clean up Josh's place and a bunch of useless junk shipped toward the fire.
Oh man, there's a drive. Just smashed it.
I truly believe this
He's ready to tee off. Let's see what he has.
a relationship, you start going to each other's houses, things just start getting left there, and it's almost like your houses turn into some weird mix of each other's. Josh and Jessica really out here achieving couple goals.
Sorry, I'm so sorry about my voice stuff. I was gonna go live
All right, this
earlier,
one's about
but,
175 from the
some
pin.
things came up, and so yeah, we were busy, and so I'm sorry. I could have like canceled this and restarted it. So I'm sorry everyone was waiting, whatever. But I was gonna do it earlier, but we just had to go through stuff. What do you think about that salt and pepper shakers? As a little joke,
That's adorable.
a flamingo. Do you like that?
Yeah, that's not
Isn't it? Sorry.
And this one's about 160 yards from the pin. If you're not careful, this approach could get away from you. Bit of a down slope there.
While I cannot confirm, it is widely speculated that a large amount of cluster was used during this trip. Jessica probably
This one's going left.
But I've also heard the sound of pressurized cans many times throughout watching videos around this site. Jessica claims that she was blowing her nose, but it makes a distinct sound. I'll let you guys be the judge.
You want to see me give Josh a kiss?
All right, he's setting this one up. Quite a long putt.
He's going right, kind of, sort of. Halfway.
Ooh, just missed. And wouldn't it be nice to save par on this one? This one is going downhill, and I think a little bit to the left.
I completely forgot to mention that
Oh, that zipped right by, didn't it? And a 9-foot putt for him. This one looks like it's breaking to the left.
Josh just gets more drunk, and he hasn't screamed once, further proving the theory that he drinks far more off-street than he does on. But I can't come down on Josh for having a couple drinks around this time. It was his 33rd birthday. The whole reason that Jessica had planned her visit for when she did was so she could spend
And
Josh's
4-foot
birthday
putt.
with him. This birthday ended up being an absolute disaster. Whether on this day or the day before, Josh was caught carrying a large stream to go to the game. Though we didn't see it, it's assumed that Jessica had an absolute meltdown, accusing Josh of cheating and holding this event over his head.
And he's all done. And as we close the book on this round, it'll be 2 over par for you. And with that, I'm going to let you go. Thank you ever so much for the round. I had a great time hanging out with you.
This is my habanero huge mango meat, and it was remedy and chicken burger. Look at that, lucky liver. Yeah, that's out with big face. And for the record, he's squeaking off with a randomness. I've never once complained about my neighbors. I don't care how loud they get. I don't care what they do. You know? That's always been my rule. My own personal rule. When I live in an apartment complex. Don't fuck with my neighbors and don't call the cops on them. Unless they physically ask me to. Like, if I don't have a cigarette in the morning, I lose my shit. Like, it's just the worst, dude. If any of my fans do not smoke, continue. Like, you don't gotta smoke to be just like King Cobra, I'm not gonna get into it because I don't want to get into it. Social media is business. But we're gonna work through this and it's gonna be alright.
You sound stupid. I'm trying to blow my fucking nose, you stupid bitch. You can go get it from that girl. Oh, I wish I would shut the fuck up too. I said it! Shut you. How about you listen? Thank you.
Everyone do it.
Yeah, I said it. You need to listen. Nobody said that. I said you need to listen. Oh my god, yeah, because you can cheat on me. So please, nobody's talking to you. Nobody's talking to you, so please stop talking to me. Thank you. Can you quit talking to me and quit talking about me? Okay.
Hello there, my name is John McCarthy, and I want to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. I think things are going to go our way today. We are playing a quick 3 holes of matchmaking today. Okay, let's do it.
Randomness when he starts talking about his neighbors, because it's apparent that there's nothing random about it. Josh has been getting complaints from his neighbors, not because of the DoorDash, not because the police arrived, but because of Jessica screaming and breaking things as well. It was around this time in the trip that she broke one of Josh's windows. She would also flood the community laundry room by using too many of the machines at once. Jessica was an absolute menace at that apartment. But to maintain this facade of her being a really awesome girl, just a little quirk, she would start rage cleaning Josh's apartment. And Josh had a neighbor and friend of his over named Aaron, and I think it's quite clear why they get along. Josh and Aaron would be hanging out, having a great time, while Jessica, who was still angry about the incident that had occurred the other day, was rage cleaning the kitchen. You can hear Josh and Aaron in the background recording a video for Josh's channel, while Jessica is quote-unquote crying, talking about how she doesn't want to leave Josh. But I also want you to notice the change in her as soon as Josh and Aaron go out and pick up some things, because it's completely different after a very day.
Yeah, I don't want any stuff. It's on YouTube. We got ourselves a drink combo. And then me and JC Frankie.
Yeah, they went out somewhere. I don't know where they went, but they did somewhere. When you know you're ugly, you don't expect much. Whatever they want to preserve, what's the money? Exactly. You can't answer that. Yeah, exactly. You can't answer that. What have I done? Nothing. Except spend all of my money for Josh. Okay. What have I done? And what have I done? Okay.
At this point in the trip, they had already been in numerous fights. All of them that I had seen were basically nothing. While the first trip had had its moments, the second trip definitely showed that their relationship was already on fire. One night, everything boiled over. Jessica was screaming, and Josh had his neighbor Aaron over for a couple of drinks. After some extremely awkward comments were made by Jessica, Aaron ended up leaving. And this is when things went absolutely off the rails. Josh would get up to cook something for him and Jessica. Jessica would say, hey, don't use the cast iron because it's full of bacon grease, use the other pan. Josh would simply tell her he likes the cast iron. And it's like I mentioned before, when these fights happen, it's almost like they see Jessica's hand, and that no matter what happens, this is going to devolve into a horrible argument. And that's exactly what it was. I'm almost positive Josh got a noise complaint because of this.
Yeah, 2 for me, 2 for you. If you want to cook that, and Josh's, the cast iron has got bacon grease on it. If you what? What? Hold on. No, stop it. I don't care. It's called stop it. Baby, I know you're not. Why? What's up? I know you're not. I believe that I would believe that it's not. I know if you really do that, it's a good best not to want to fight with my and then the one is it's I'm not so please, why are you saying this to me? I'm not doing you think you you're over it. I think to do whatever you want. And I appreciate that. I'm already I really do. I'm not talking to you. You need something else. I'm going to start recording this. You need something else. What? What do you need something else? I don't think I'm very shit. I appreciate that. I think you also need this to you. You need something. And that's anything. You got it. I never, you started me so much. I don't care. I don't. I don't you can certainly you could charging me for the gas hours that I stop it. You don't want to feel no, I'm not. We're not going to then don't talk about it. But it is like all I'm talking about is okay. I think it's like then you stop. You don't like to go about your day. You can't how do you do that? I'm just it's going to be they put time on shut. I was talking to an normal. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh, 140, John.
Then please be quiet. It's not funny. It's all here. Help.
As you can see, in these moments, Jessica is inconsolable. She even starts talking about how Josh was asking her to cook the food and he never did, getting so riled up that she'll just throw anything she can. As you saw, Josh made a simple comment that led to this massive argument. All he ever did was ask her to quiet down. She wouldn't even respect that. Extremely ironic for someone who's always dreaming about no one giving her respect. This was by far the biggest fight that they've ever had with him. Jessica has a bad habit of muting things when it starts to get good, but this time I think we got a little bit of a taste as to what's been going on camera. One of the last videos that Josh would release before Jessica left would be the cemetery special. Josh was very fond of going into cemeteries and praising the spirits of the dead. Figured he would take his neighbor Aaron and Jessica out there to just have a good time. They also brought in a Ouija board, a device used to quote-unquote communicate with spirits.
Someone that on the bed of Ouija board in the cemetery.
So that's what her back is. Yep, with the certain numbers. Black, little flashes line setting. Oh, crowd person.
Yes, because I want to conjure up spirits and demons and shit. That's why I'm pulling it up. As long as you don't disrespect the ladies, you're good.
I don't really know how respectful it is to bring a Ouija board on the grave and try to contact them. Some of these people had to have received the Christian burial, and I would think that contacting spirits and entities of use really disrespectful to them. This whole hanging out in the graveyard thing has to stop. How the hell am I supposed to rest in peace knowing that someone like Josh Saunders could walk over my grave and spread pipe tobacco over the thing? Why are there people who don't know any of the dead just hanging out there? It's not like you're walking through the tombstones saying prayers, Josh. You literally have a Ouija board 6 feet from someone's corpse. My thinking is there are less people who want Ouija boards on top of their graves than more. But I digress, because we're about to get to a pivotal point in this story. One of great joy and great sorrow. I personally believe in delivering the good news first, that way you can ruin someone's entire day by leaving it off with the bad news. So good news is Jessica would leave shortly after. And as of the making of this video, she has not returned since. Amazing times in the Coververse, where that get food hacks, rings, all the good old stuff. While I was fond of the chaos that Jessica brought, it did begin to wear on me toward the end. But then there's the news that made the title of this video. Josh was convicted of his second part. The only Cobra layer that I've known to viewers. Josh would claim that it was because of all the trolling that had occurred throughout the years. All of the DoorDash, all of the cops, that's what got me down. But a small piece of them seems to have accepted the truth that it is almost 100% Jessica's fault. The DoorDash and the cop calls that were going on for years, there was nothing in the apartment to do with it. But during Jessica's second visit, she flooded the laundry room, broke one of Josh's windows, and had numerous noise complaints filed because of her screeching. The apartment complex finally had the excuse that they.
Hello there, my name's John McCarthy. It is my great, distinct pleasure to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. This is going to get good. We're playing a little bit of stroke play today in this 3-hole matchup. All right, let's do the golf.
I've got nothing but nice things to say about this apartment complex that I'm currently residing in. It's a sweet spot, got a great view, you know. I'd recommend it to anyone who can afford it. When I get posted up in a new spot, I'll let you know. I'll make a video and be like, I'm back.
Okay, let's rip this out into the fairway.
Into my new place. And then, you know, everyone's sending me stupid shit through DoorDash anymore.
That swing was to die for. Ooh, screaming off the club face. And he's just about ready to tee off. Let's see how he does.
And then they do their crap to the point where I have to get a new place. So that's now
Tee shot's looking decent.
your own spot at the expense of trying to put somebody who has Asperger's. Good job.
These were
Right, he's
some of
getting
the
ready to
darkest times
fire
to be a
away with his
COVID
second
viewer.
shot.
Josh was getting kicked out of his apartment, leaving in a matter of weeks.
And he's got about a
Then something
deuce
else
and a
happened,
half, I'd say,
something
to
that
get
I
to that
count
pin.
as truly tragic. The subreddit r/King Cobra was banned. r/King Cobra was a paradise of Josh memes. Back in the day, I used to make entire videos of some of the funniest stuff that was posted there. It was a great place to get info, look for behind-the-scenes details, and now it's gone. This has been happening to a lot of subreddits covering eccentric personalities lately. I don't know if they had some kind of policy change over at Reddit, but it seems like they won't stand for stuff like Arthur.
Okay, the main factor of that would be, you know, they harassed at the conquistadors non-stop for like the last 6 years now. It's just disgusting. And I honestly want to
Okay,
feel sorry
let's
for that.
check our distance
The
twice.
management here doesn't deserve that. Maintenance doesn't deserve it. And the new owners were just like, nope. They were not informed of the full situation. They were just like, no, we don't care. No one's going to get paid. We still got afterwards. And, well, we're going to stand for assholes.
Another sad thing about this video is that it would be one of the last recorded images of all the parties.
A little too far to the right on the approach, I think. And from here, he will set up around 220 yards out.
Know where he was going, and it was going to be a fresh start. And when he finally did make a new video, people were very excited about the quote-unquote new place he was at, which turned out to be Clint's base.
This one's heading to a bad place, I think.
For a little while in between finding a place within Josh's price range, and it seemed like it was going to take more time than the apartment complex had given him. So he moved back home with Clint for a while, and made one of the first pieces of content he has at Clint's house in a very long time. This was also the video that revealed to everyone where he was, because when the phone falls back, you can see one of Clint's fancy pictures hanging up on the wall.
What's up, social media? We're going to drink combo starting with Peach Mango Body Armor Light. Super drink. Peach Mango Body Armor Light. Super delicious.
5-iron on display for this one.
Yeah, I think it would be enough. It is 21% by volume. It's got real cane sugar in it. It's real good. Mango peach good. It's from adult beverage.
It's that.
Facebook, social media. The theory that Josh was staying at Clint's would be proven when Josh would post a picture of himself to Facebook. It would be of him smoking out in Clint's home. The photo page quickly matched up with what was going on at Clint's house, proving that he had to move back in for a short time. Personally, I thought it would be a lot longer, but it couldn't have lasted more than a couple weeks, because Clint would find Josh a new place to stay. And this one is a doozy. When I first heard about it, I was beyond excited. They got Josh a trailer, a small home of his own with a
This
nice
is
kitchen,
sheer insanity. How is he going to do this?
Quite literally perfect for
Let's
Josh.
just wait
But
and
there's
find out.
only one problem.
Yeah, I think this one's breaking to the left.
It is god awful. Josh has gone back to the days of him just setting up against a wall with the computer in front of him. There's no studio in the background, No room to have on any guests, just him sitting there talking in Virginia. When he has a
Not a
full
bad
trailer
result
now
from
that he can
that
put the
distance.
streaming equipment
And
anywhere.
this putt's around
And
16
Josh
feet
would
out.
cement this with
I
his
think this
first
one will go
live
left to
stream
right.
from the new place. He hadn't set up his internet quite yet, so it was from his phone, and it has got to be one of the worst streams that he has ever held. He barely even remarks about anything, and when he's not talking, he mutes the microphone. A dirty habit that he picked up on from Jessica.
The baby was moving. YouTube is quite sometime. Quite set up on a computer yet, but I will soon enough. Honestly, ain't done it for a long time. Top losers. I am allowed to smoke in my new place. But only in this room.
As you can see, this was not a good sign for things to come with over coming. But I got it
Almost.
after he settled into the place.
This one's
Things
7
started to
feet
pick
away.
up again. And this saga might be the best that we have. Only time will tell on that. But what I do know here and now is that Josh created one of his best culinary masterpieces.
Just a little too much power.
Potatoes is a simple.
And this is his putt for par.
And you really have to do a lot to make it fancy. Let me read off the list of Josh did for these potatoes.
He's got a 3-footer here.
It is one of the most disgusting combinations I've ever put together. And the amount of microwave done for
Okay, let's drain this and get our power.
Start off with dehydrated mashed potatoes, add in a lot of butter, oil, salt, and bacon seasoning, bacon bits, the whole shaker, a ton of garlic powder, bacon ranch, Guinness.
Okay, that putt's done.
You're done. You have successfully
And you're at
turned
even
mashed
par.
potatoes into what looks like 3-day-old rice and beans. That's another thing I forgot to mention. You have to let it set for at least 12 hours before consuming. Because if you eat anything hot or cold, your teeth will go wild. The nerves in your gums will start doing the Harlem Shake. So you gotta let it cool off. What I have described to you has to be one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. To microwave something for over 24 minutes. That thing almost spent a half an hour in the microwave. The Guinness alone has me shook. But Josh absolutely loved it. While the sheer sound of him flipping it with his fork made me revolt, Josh claimed it was a delicacy, and that by following his recipe, we could eat delicious goodness, but that he was going to sell some wands to make up for the difference. Until the 2 wands making far more than what the phone
He's ready to
costs.
let her rip here.
People
Let's see what he
are
does.
definitely hungry for them. Josh would also get into a minor argument with Jessica, whom, believe it or not, he is still dating after she got him evicted.
They've
Jessica
gone
was
with
mad at
the
Josh
7-iron.
for one reason or another.
This
She
approach
decided
is
to
leaning a
battle
bit
his
to the
father,
right.
Clint, about his duster usage. Clint in the past has claimed to
Have a good
take
tee shot.
firm stance against that kind of behavior, and I assume Josh
Oh, what you guys doing?
and now that Clint is Josh's landlord, he has a lot of control over him. Something that I see leading to conflict in the future. This new saga is strange. In a way, I feel like it's a return to the Cobra content that I was
Well, better luck next time.
back to doing later.
And he's ready to tee off here. Let's see how this goes.
It's weird how these things keep repeating themselves with him, just in different places with different people. While I am not pleased with the new streaming studio that
And
he
this will be
has,
his second
trailer
shot.
probably will be some pretty interesting content. Another thing I see coming to a head very soon is his relationship with Jessica. If you watched the beginning of this video, then you'd know she was an absolute menace during her last trip, and I don't really see Josh as eager to have her back. Because if he does, it's going to cause even more problems. There might be even bigger fights. And if he doesn't, she's going to make his life a living hell. As soon as this breakup happens...
Alright, we need to talk about this California order for Jasmine, because this combo is insane. She got birthday cake, plus 2 bottles of mocha, and French vanilla. Like, is she hosting a brunch or just vibing through life? Clearly, Jasmine knows what she's doing. She used that secret bundle link and logged in 56% off, 3 surprise gifts, plus free siblings. Now let's hit the prize though while I can. Gift 1, a lead movie. Gift 2, very much main character photos. Gift 3, honestly, she deserves it. Also, she's getting the book instead. She just gets
$25 2025 has been pretty hot, especially when it comes to eccentric personalities.
He's
on
trying
the
to
internet.
save
I've
par
been
right
doing this
here.
for
Let's see if
almost
he can do it.
2 years now, and have never seen anything quite like it. Never had so many stories to tell. Some of them I saw coming from a mile away. Others came from nowhere. So far, 2025 has been a year of controversy, tragedy, and a scandal. Not just for the entire world, but also the people that I cover. So today, in no particular order or ranking, we're going to go through some of the most insane locale controversies of 2025 so far. People we cover to ones that you've probably never
Okay,
heard
you've
of.
got this to
These are some
save
of
par.
the
Come on,
biggest
let's get that to go.
situations this side of
This
the
one's
country.
breaking pretty hard to the right.
Chantal Marie, better known as Foodie Beauty, is another infamous internet personality, mainly known for her vulgar stories.
Well, this one's looking good so far. Ooh, it's still on track. And they can add a birdie to this scorecard if they can sink this putt. I think this is going to go right to left.
Going so far as to call herself his wife, and also moving to Kuwait. And one thing I want you to know before we get into what happened recently is that during this move, Chantal would get rid of a cat in an extremely improper manner, leading to outrage and speculation over the animal's fate. Fast forward a couple of years, Foodie is yet again in cat.
Oh.
One thing that Chantal has really struggled with
And a 15-footer for him. This one looks like it's
there were
moving a
many
bit
things
to the
that she
right
would be
here.
allowed to do in Canada that are not allowed in Kuwait, and one of these things is soliciting donations online. This doesn't mean you can't receive them, you just can't ask. And this is where she
This one's from around 9 feet.
She would find a baby kitten on the street, proceed to take it, and use it to solicit donations online. When people started pointing out that this wasn't
And this is what they are currently looking at for par.
simply never asked for donations in the first place, and that people were lying.
We're not accepting, there's like this big drama post on this other page, like, we are dealing legally with people asking for illegal donations for the cat, like what? I hope they're not referring to me, because I did not,
And let's see, he's setting up now, 2-footer.
Chantal's claims, there are dozens of clips to the contrary. Clips that
And that'll drop.
eagle-eyed
All right, tap this one on in. We'll head to the next. Next, one over for the day.
It doesn't expect expense. I know we are our best. If you want to help my paper, I don't understand my paper so we can directly get the money, but then twice as for her.
We currently don't know the extent of trouble that Foodie is in for this. Speculation has been running absolutely wild on the subject. Some people believe that she had already fled Kuwait back to Canada. This theory is supported by a lack of posting over the past week, while others think that her husband, who remained in Kuwait, will end up facing the consequences of these actions. We do not know for certain. But what we do know is that the shelter that ended up taking the baby kitten has been contacted about Foodie's actions, and it seems that they will be reporting it to the
Okay, let's dig deep. You're 2 strokes back on this final hole.
And
Let's
if
cook.
Foodie will face any consequences for her actions. Ian Joma is another very well-known internet figure. Once beloved, Ian has now become the subject of ridicule by a wide swath of the internet. And this year, I'd say
What happened there?
it all started when
Alrighty, he's good to go on this one. Let's see how he does.
H3H3 started to receive a number of concerning threats, and the CPS
Well, not the purest of strokes.
who was supposed to be friends with Ethan seemed less than concerned. I think that it was a sign that
Well, that one's goodbye.
Ian and his wife had fallen deeply into the order of type, a person who thoroughly hates Ethan. But things didn't stop there, not even close, because Ian would make a video on H3H3. It would be the return of his popular series Homecoming, and he would use this video to be hypercritical of Ethan. All of this is happening while
And let's see what happens. This is his 4th.
And some of Ian's stances caused some of his fighters to drop off the car. Specifically, Harley Morin's team, Epic Meal Time, along with 2 of H3's own employees. Backlash from this video and subsequent fallout with Ethan got so bad that Ian and his wife Anissa had to step down from Creator Clash, saying they would no longer be involved in the event. But it's actually after they dropped out that things got even worse. It turned out that the Jomas would be receiving money from Creator